Hello, everybody.
Yo.
What is good? We are trying not to be loud because we are together for the first time in a long time.
Reunited, and it feels so good.
We're sitting right next to each other, and I'm pretty sure you can hear an echo. So I apologize to the live listeners if you do hear an echo, because we're literally sitting right next to each other in a basement. So it might happen. If it doesn't, that's great. But if it does, bear with us. Maybe tune into the audio version tomorrow. I'll make sure I take out that background noise. But anyway, welcome everyone to episode 5 of Deep Dishing Sports, season 2. Just want to make sure y'all know that because we definitely put out more than 5 episodes.
Facts.
Especially the OG Deep Dishing Sports run that we had going before we went on the hiatus. But anyway, we want to thank those of y'all who are tuning in live. We appreciate you. If you are tuning in live on Facebook, YouTube, whatever, make sure you guys comment throughout the show. We'll be able to show the comments and kind of react to them. If you have questions, if you disagree with, one of Bruce's takes, which is pretty common.
Raggy.
Oh man. So yeah, just make sure you guys engage, and we'll engage back. I promise. But anyway, we have a loaded show today. We have a lot to talk about. We're going to react to the Super Bowl last night, to the game, commercials that we liked, obviously the halftime show, our thoughts on those things. We'll also talk about the Bulls. They got some news, obviously, with Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan MVP talk. We'll discuss that. Also, some Bears. I know that we didn't have a chance to really react to the pressers of Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus. I almost just forgot the names of our new GMs, new GM and head coach. But Ryan Poles, Matt Eberflus, they had their press conference. We didn't really put out an episode since then, so we'll maybe talk about that. Devin Hester in the Hall of Fame. And then lastly, but not least, certainly not least, our guy Bruce. He has a bet that he lost that he has to live up to. For those of you who watch Hot Ones, shout out to Hot Ones.
No shout out to Hot Ones.
My camera will focus. That house right there. Bruce has to eat a full wing of the Last Dab hot sauce. For those of y'all who watch Hot Ones, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's gonna be fun.
No fun in that. There's no fun in that.
I'm sure your sisters are tuning in. We see Tina right there. What's up, Tina? What up, Tina?
Yeah, she would tune in on the day I die.
This is the only show she's gonna watch.
She's gonna watch, yeah. See, he's about to die. Yeah, I know.
That's hilarious. Yeah, for those of y'all who are tuning in to see Bruce in agony, make sure you guys comment too. We'll
unbelievable.
Sure.
You know what? I blame Sha. I'm gonna just put the blame on Sha. And I love my sister, but
well, for those of y'all who don't know the bet, so basically this was NFL playoffs. I thought this was when the Rams were playing the 49ers. We had Sha on. Shout out to Sha. Actually, I think this was the episode before we had Sha on. But yeah. I said that I thought that the Rams are going to win. You had the 49ers. You were the one who...
Oh, yeah.
You were the one who said, let's put a little wager on this.
I did. I didn't say it like that,
Um,
but I'm so mad right now. So I'm just
salty.
I'm
Bruce
just
is
salty
salty.
right now.
But yeah, you were the one that said let's put a wager on this, and obviously we've been talking about eating hot stuff on the live pod for a while now, and we thought that this was the perfect opportunity to do so. So,
Yeah.
I feel I would like to say that I feel bad for you, Bruce, but
You don't.
I kind of don't.
You don't. I came to your house, man. I complimented your house, your beautiful family. You know,
Yeah, I appreciate
and
that.
it didn't work. Nothing worked. Oh man.
Well,
Yeah. It's been nice knowing you. That's all I'm gonna say.
So make sure you guys stay for the end of the episode for that, because that's when we'll do that. But anyway, let's to talking some. Actually, before we do that, before we talk sports, Bruce, how you doing, bro? How's your heart?
Since this is the last day that my heart's gonna be working, I'm good, bro. I'm good, man. I celebrated a birthday last Sunday, which is probably the reason why we didn't come on. Because
Happy belated.
thank you, man. Thank you. Just another year. Thankful that I'm alive and healthy, and I say all that now because after I eat this hot sauce, I may not be healthy afterwards because I don't eat hot stuff. Like people that know me, that's real close to me, like they know, man, and like I don't mess with hot sauce. And what's interesting is that you're putting this on a chicken wing. I love chicken. What black person don't like chicken, right? This will be the last day that I stop eating chicken after eating that hot sauce. So you asked me how I'm doing. I'm good. I'm just nervous, bro. I'm so nervous about this hot sauce, man. And I'm pretty cool. I'm calm about stuff, man. But I was just even the text messages you was sending me because you was like, "Yeah, Becca got me this new hot sauce." I said, "Oh, really? Oh, she got you a new hot sauce, huh? Okay." We just couldn't go with Louisiana. We had to go with the hottest hot sauce of all time. The hot sauce is called the Last Dab.
Last dab.
The Last Dab. And you got the audacity to ask me how I'm doing when I'm sitting across from a hot sauce that's called the Last Dab. This is it. This is it. This is our last show and everything. So, happy birthday to me. My brother said, "This is your gift." This is your birthday gift. You're
Happy
gonna die.
birthday, Bruce.
Happy birthday, Bruce. You're gonna die tonight.
Another year young, or another year older, and it's probably your last one.
Exactly.
But yeah, just a little background on the hot sauce before we get started. If you guys don't watch Hot Ones, I highly suggest you do. It's on YouTube. Basically just a show where they interview famous people and they have to eat hot wings at the same time that they answer really tough questions. It's a genius show. But this hot sauce, they always have a line of hot sauces, and it goes from not that hot to the hottest, and it's like 10 hot sauces.
Facts.
This is the hottest hot sauce every single year on Hot Ones in the lineup. So that kind of tells you, in a line of 10 hot sauces, this is the hottest one. So can't wait. I'm excited. And Tina asked if she has to watch the whole show. Wow.
Yeah.
Tina, come on.
Come on now.
Come on. You're a sister. You're a sister of the podcast.
Yeah.
You should be tuning in for the whole show regardless. Every single show, every single week.
She act like she's doing something though when she's not. She's clearly not doing anything right now.
So yes, to build up the anticipation, to build up Bruce's nervousness, to see how he talks about sports while also thinking about having to eat this hot ass wing. Yes, we're gonna wait to the end, of course. We are going to wait to the end. Okay.
How you doing, bro? How you doing, man? Enough
good,
about
man.
me and dying. How are you doing?
I'm good. My son has entered this phase where my oldest, my 4-year-old. He's entered this phase where he has now befriended like little stuffed animal things. Like when you
Okay.
came over, you saw he had that Elmo.
Yeah.
And that's fine and dandy and it's all innocent or whatever until my son does this thing where he turns them evil. He'll color their eyes red. And he says evil. Like this is evil. If you guys know PJ Masks, it's a show, it's a cartoon show. He said, "This is evil Catboy."
Okay.
And then it gets to the point where he's so scared of him, he doesn't want him in his room at night.
So he created the
Yeah,
the
I'm beginning
evil.
to think they're possessed at this point. Like I might need to have you bless my house and these stuffed animals
before I leave.
before you leave today. I might need you to grab your Bible, if you have one, from your car and come in and say a blessing, or maybe even an exorcism. I don't know, but
I'm gonna be tweaking so hard off that hot sauce. One of them animals gonna speak to me, and I'm gonna run out your house. So I'm gonna just
no, you're gonna be like a real Baptist preacher. You're gonna need a towel because you're gonna be sweating.
Exactly, man. Oh my god, that's
Oh,
crazy,
man.
bro. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
he's in that phase now, and it's starting to
Yeah.
creep the hell out of me.
Well, don't worry, because there's a lot of grown-ups that probably do the same thing with.
That's true.
So
That's true.
Like-
I tell myself he's 4 years old. He's gonna grow out of it. It's a
yeah,
phase.
yeah, that's
But-
all. That's all.
Well,
Maybe
We'll see.
alright.
We'll see what
Yeah.
happens. He might be that weird kid that, like, in school just starts drawing like people dead and dying.
Oh,
And
come on, man. We don't want to say that.
I hope not. I rebuke that in Jesus'
Yes,
name
we
right now.
rebuke it. We rebuke it.
Yeah, my wife said that Catboy sleeps in the freezer because he does. My son will literally put him in the freezer because he doesn't want him out of the freezer. Yeah, it's that bad right now.
Why the freezer though?
I don't know
Okay,
because
alright.
he is. I think he assumes that they're gonna die because they're gonna freeze to death, but then he resurrects them when he wakes up in the morning. I don't know. I don't know how his
He
mind
has
works.
a plan.
He's
In his
4
mind,
years
he
old.
has a plan. Yeah,
You know what?
exactly.
I keep telling myself he has an imagination.
That's
So
great. That's great, bro.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
stay positive with it.
Yeah.
And as soon as he gets out of that phase, they're all going in the garbage. Can't
I,
wait.
I had imaginary friends when I was little.
You did?
Yeah, I'm not
What was
afraid
their
to
name?
admit that, huh?
What was their name? And what were
First of all,
they?
I'm not going to embarrass myself and give the names because I still remember the names, by the way. But I'm not going to do that because we're live. So off the air.
Now you got to drop the name. Now you have to drop the name.
I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And Tina, if you watching this, you bet not drop the names.
Tina, please
on-
drop the name. I
don't
will put
drop
it.
them
I
names.
will put it on the stream right
Oh
now.
my God. Anyway, so yeah, man, like I had imaginary. See, oh my God, she's lame. She's so lame.
Bam, bam.
She is such a lame for that. But yeah, bro, that was my imaginary friend, man. We was homies.
Oh, that's awesome.
Homies. Yeah, so it's all good, bro.
That's great.
It's something that kids go.
So was Bam Bam like a person, or was he like a imaginary creature?
Nah, he was a person. He was a,
Oh,
he was a
okay.
yeah, he was a real dude. He was
Oh,
a
okay.
real
Real dude.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
The seriousness is not saying, like, what the hell are you talking about? A creature. No, he was a real dude.
He was my dude.
Right.
Not
that
just
was
a
my
real
dude.
dude. He was my dude.
He was my dude. I didn't share him.
Oh man. Anyway, we're a sports podcast, guys.
Yeah. It's too early for this, man. It's too early, bro.
Let's get to talking about some sports. So if you don't live under a rock, you knew that the Super Bowl went on last night. And obviously that goes along with the Super Bowl is not just a football game, but everything that surrounds it.
All right.
So but before we talk about all the extracurricular stuff, Bruce, what did you think about the game itself?
Man, a good game. Really good game. First of all, shout out to the NFL playoffs / leading up to the Super Bowl, right? had a lot of great games in the playoffs, and this game was just when you thought the Rams were gonna, especially the touchdown that Stafford threw to Odell, and I think they were up like they were up, and then Cincinnati comes back.
Mhm.
It's just a really good game, and you always want to see um that last drive, right, to make a difference. And Stafford, that was a beautiful drive that he led and threw the touchdown to Cooper Cup, who, by the way, I'm sorry, he has cemented himself as the best wide receiver in the game, in my personal opinion. Yeah, and he just does a lot. He does a lot that impacts the game. But then it came down to, Joe Burrow, and he's been in that situation before. And so as a Rams fan, you looking like, oh, if had the Rams winning or whatever, you really was like, oh man, Joe Burrow, he about to what he gonna do? And then he threw that pass to Jamar Chase for a big game, and you thought like, okay, they're gonna set it up where maybe this game goes into overtime, right? And then, man, shout out to Aaron Donald. Shout out to Aaron Donald, just kind of making that play that cemented him as probably one of the greatest, if not the greatest defensive player in NFL history. Who knows, right?
I was gonna ask you, do you think he's the greatest defensive player in NFL history?
Man, Lawrence Taylor was a monster, bro. It's still hard for me to put, but Aaron Donald, man, he's really top three, because I got to put Deion in there. And these are guys that I just watched growing up. Deion Sanders was shut down, but Lawrence Taylor was a monster. But Aaron Donald, that boy, man, he's in the discussion. He's definitely in the discussion. But the game was it was a good game. It was a really good game. And Cincinnati, bro, if they stay healthy, man, sky's the limit for that team.
They need to shore up that offensive line.
Definitely.
Because you could argue the other two playoff games that they won, they shouldn't have won.
True.
So the fact that they got to the Super Bowl is, I'll tip your hat to Joe Burrow and his ability to kind of withstand that storm of getting sacked at least 5 times a game in the postseason. Usually you don't see quarterbacks winning.
Yeah.
After that, I thought it was a really good game. I didn't really have a skin of the game in terms of who I wanted to win. I just wanted to see a good game.
Same.
And we got to see that that throw by Matthew Stafford, the no-look pass to Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
On the last play of on the last drive of the game to win it. Probably the best throw I've ever seen in the Super Bowl, honestly.
Definitely.
And Roethlisberger's pass to Santonio Holmes is up there. But that, man, he put it on the money.
Yeah.
And there's a camera angle that shows him. First off, I didn't know it was the no-look pass live.
Right.
They showed the replay the day after, obviously today. And there's an angle that it shows him obviously looking, and he moves 24 the safety. And it's a perfect angle. It shows exactly why he did it, and he executed it to perfection. And that's a big boy throw.
Definitely.
That's a big boy throw in a big boy moment.
Yeah.
And it makes you wonder, like, what would Matt Stafford's career look like if he wasn't in Detroit for 12 years?
Ooh, that's a great question.
Because as soon as he leaves Detroit, he wins a Super Bowl.
Yeah. And it just goes to show you that it's not about an individual, right? Because Matthew Stafford, it wasn't like he wasn't putting up numbers in Detroit.
Right.
It wasn't like, him and Calvin Johnson. It was neither one of their faults why they couldn't be successful. Like they're both. I'm pretty sure I text you this is Matthew Stafford, a Hall of Fame quarterback. But he's a great quarterback. and Calvin Johnson was a Hall of Famer, so it wasn't their fault. But it just goes to show you, man, like you put the right pieces, or you put a player in the right system, especially somebody as skilled as Matthew Stafford, and you give him the right coach, and you give him weapons. It just goes to show you that, I mean, success.
Yeah, let's dive into this Hall of Fame conversation because it's a very interesting one. Very interesting question that you asked. Is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer now that he won the ring? And you look at his stats, okay? Every single year besides the first 2 years in the league that he played, and he didn't even play the whole season in his first years. And then there's another 2 years, one that he only played 8 games in the season, and the other was just a really bad year in Detroit. So 4 seasons out of his 13 years, every other year he threw for at least 4,000 yards. Okay. He's 12th all time in passing yards. He's 12th all time in touchdowns.
Wow.
He's going to be in the top 10 when his career is done, in both touchdowns and yards. And you look at the guys who are ahead of him. Okay. Passing yards is John Elway, Aaron Rodgers, Eli Manning, Matt Ryan, Dan Marino, Phillip Rivers, Ben Roethlisberger, Brett Favre, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, and obviously Tom Brady.
Wow.
All of those guys are going to the Hall of Fame. They're either in the Hall of Fame or they're going to the Hall of Fame. So if Matt Stafford cracks that top 10, both in passing yards and touchdowns, why not?
Man, the interesting thing about Matthew Stafford is he's only 33. He's only 33 years old.
Right.
You figure if he wants to, he could play another 5 years at an elite level. Like, let's just say he stays in LA, and they're all about, we just gonna push everything to the middle of the table and we just going for it. And so if they keep the right pieces around him, I mean, who's to say that he can't be top 5 in some of those categories? If he continues to put up the numbers that he threw for over 4,000 yards this year, 40 touchdowns.
Almost 5,000, yeah.
Yeah, 4,886 yards, 41 touchdowns. Who's to say that he can't keep putting up those numbers over the next 5 to 7 years?
Yep.
I didn't realize he's only 33 years old.
Well, he's 34. He just turned 34 a week ago.
Okay.
So he is 34, but
wait, do we share the same birthday? What? I don't know. Wow.
Yeah, it says 34 7 days ago.
I mean, this greatness, man. Like, it's greatness in February, so it's all good. But no, I mean, yes, I would say he will be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Listen, if Matt Ryan gets in, and Matt Ryan is already in the top 10 passing yards, then there's no doubt Matthew Stafford deserves to get in. Like,
definitely.
There's no doubt. And Phillip Rivers, too. Phillip Rivers is up there in stats, and a lot of people consider him a Hall of Famer. Yeah, I just don't see how you put those two guys in who never won a Super Bowl, and you count out Matthew Stafford.
Right.
Like, I just think that you have to put that dude in. Yeah, it's great. I think he's a multiple-time Super Bowl winner. If he's with a competent coach like Sean McVay for the majority of his career, not in Detroit.
Yeah.
But
okay, so I mean, think about this. Replace, because this is McVay's second time in the Super Bowl, right?
Yep.
And who did he play the first time that they lost? Was it San Fran? No, not San Fran. I'm sorry.
I think it was
Kansas City.
Kansas City, yeah.
If you put Matthew Stafford on that LA Rams team, when they play Kansas City, do they win?
They definitely have a better shot.
Then Golf gave them, right?
Yeah, no doubt.
Mhm.
No doubt. Listen, it's no mistake that, I mean, obviously their defense has improved. They added like Von Miller, they added Odell Beckham, they added a bunch of weapons too. But it's no mistake that the Rams went from okay
Yeah,
team to Super Bowl contender right away as soon as they got Matt Stafford. And I said it.
facts. Yeah,
As soon as they got Matt Stafford, I was like, those guys are Super Bowl contenders.
no doubt, no
'Cause that's a
doubt.
huge upgrade.
Yep.
And yeah, it's going to be interesting. And speaking of Hall of Fame, I do wanted to ask you, kind of jumping off the Super Bowl real quick.
Mhm.
We'll talk about the Bears later, but are you surprised that Devin Hester didn't get in
I was
first
shocked.
ballot?
Yeah, man.
shocked.
I was surprised. I was surprised, and it's just when you look at how he changed the game, it's just I don't get why. I don't understand why he didn't. I just don't. I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I shouldn't have asked that because that's a whole like conversation that I want to have because it ruffled my feathers.
And that's one of your that's one of your favorite players of all time too. So
He's my favorite Bear of all time.
yeah.
So it kind of I need to go on a little bit of a rant for that.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's stick to the Super Bowl. So obviously we had the halftime show.
Mhm.
It got some mixed reviews, and
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of it had to do with how you grew up. Like, did you grow up listening to hip hop? Did you not grow up listening to hip hop?
Right.
But what was your thoughts on the halftime show as a whole?
I mean, you know, man, we hip hop heads, so that was nostalgia for me, bro. That was like, first of all, I'm glad 50 Cent didn't fall. I was nervous. I was really nervous for 50. I was like, you got too many. I was like, you got too many powers that you need to make for you to suffer.
He wasn't in the lineup, the original lineup, right?
No, he wasn't.
Okay.
He wasn't. Yeah.
When I saw a big chubby dude hanging from upside down, I did not know it was 50 Cent.
Yeah.
It took me a minute.
Oh, I knew it was 50. I knew it was 50. 50 done made some money because he eating good. He's eating really well. But bro, it was great. It was great, man. It was very, I mean, from Snoop and Dre, the set was dope.
Snoop crip walking all on the roofs.
Snoop crip walked everywhere. Snoop crip walked through the whole damn stadium.
He did.
He went in aisle 34, row C, and he was crip walking. He crip walked through the whole stadium. But you know, Dre was. It just goes to show you how legendary Dr. Dre is. Because the ties that he has with Snoop, the ties that he has with Eminem, who, by the way, if he ever releases those Jordan 3s, I will sell my house, my son, probably your son, to get those Jordan 3s. So I'm gonna just put that out there. We family, so I could wear them 1 week, you can wear them the next week. That's how we'll do that since we both sacrificing our sons.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
Yeah. Mary J was dope. Mary J, she's incredible. It was just great, man. It was great. Growing up in that era and just the hip hop fan that I am, how can I say anything bad about that? You know?
Yeah, it was dope, man. To see all those dudes, and we're talking about legends. And by the way, Dr. Dre still got it. Like,
bro,
I expected him to, be up there and do his thing, but I did not expect him to hit every lyric.
Yeah.
And to hit it as smooth as he did. Like,
exactly.
Dre still got it.
Yeah.
I appreciated 50 coming in, and the memes that I saw comparing him to, I forgot the dude's name from
D12.
D12.
The big guy. Yeah, the big guy. Yeah.
Oh man. but that was cool.
Yeah.
It was so nostalgic, and I feel like a lot of the theme of the Super Bowl was nostalgia. Like even the commercials,
Yeah.
a lot of them like hit that nostalgia nerve.
You know what did it for me? You know what commercial did it for me, right? Yeah.
I can only guess. I
I
can only
mean,
guess.
how could you not just appreciate young LeBron talking to GOAT LeBron?
I
Like,
just
how
feel
could
like
you?
they really tried to hit that like that young Jordan versus old Jordan one on
Oh,
one
oh wow.
Gatorade commercial, and
That's
they kind of I don't know if it didn't
it,
have that same
well, first
oomph.
of all, nobody drinks Gatorade anymore, so and that doesn't
That's a
and
lie.
I, sh- um because we
I
talking about
love
LeBron. I don't know how
Gatorade.
Jordan got into this, but whatever.
You know, it's because I'm not gonna say he did it because it might not have been his idea. I'm not gonna throw LeBron completely under the bus, but his foot needs to get ran over by the wheel a little bit because they definitely tried to bite off that commercial a little bit.
Ah, man.
Even if
Okay.
you're not throwing the whole body under there, at least his foot got to get hit by the wheel, at
And
least.
it was a cryptocurrency commercial. So I bought like I don't know how cryptocurrency work, but I just said I'm gonna buy like 3 shares, whatever that means. Three
No.
shares of cryptocurrency.
In all seriousness though, the best commercial to me was yes, my guy Penzi said it right here. Commercial was the where the kids were like playing the game and all that.
Yeah. That was dope. That
That
was
was
dope.
dope. And then you saw Walter Payton
Yeah,
dive into the TV over the pylon. That
that
was
was
man,
dope.
that
Yeah.
gave me chills. The Peyton Manning part was really cool,
Hmm.
really funny. That Marshawn Lynch in there too.
Yeah.
That was a really cool, really funny commercial. Um, but yeah, I mean, I thought the commercials were okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, the Doritos, and I'm a Frito Lay employee, so I was kind of disappointed by the the Dorito commercials. Usually, those are like one of the best ones
Right.
in the lineup. They kind of missed. They didn't really hit on those. But yeah, I thought it was a really good Super Bowl overall. Like
Yeah. No doubt. No
it was a
doubt.
really good game. Star power. Aaron Donald, you know, came in clutch. Obviously,
Yeah. Was that like that was like his Michael Jordan moment, right? Like you think about Michael Jordan making the last shot against Utah. Wasn't that Aaron Donald's like that play itself just really just cemented who he was as the most dominant defensive player that he's been with over the last 5 years, you want to say?
dude, his resume is insane, and
It's crazy.
it's funny that you say that because obviously there's um, rumors of him retiring after
Yeah.
this year, just kind of riding off into the sunset.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, that's literally you made the play that won
Mhm.
the game. Like
Exactly. Exactly.
he could retire, and I would would completely understand. I mean, he's only 30 years old. He's only a
It's
couple
crazy.
months older than I am.
No doubt. Yeah.
So he is still in his prime. Or just now hitting his prime, I guess I should say,
Right.
which is insane. I mean, you look at his resume, he was rookie of the year. Arguably could have been the Super Bowl MVP
Mhm.
last night. I think he's a 7-time first-time All-Pro, 6 or 7-time Pro Bowler, 3-time Defensive Player of the Year. It's the dude's resume is insane, and the fact that he's only 30, he's just now hitting 30 years old,
Yeah.
is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, he could retire right now, and I would just tip my hat. I think it definitely would be the perfect time to retire.
Crazy, man.
But yeah, I mean, shout out to the LA Rams. Won the Super Bowl, best team in the league. Hopefully, the Bears are there soon.
The city of California, LA, Los Angeles, baseball, basketball, football must be nice.
Yeah.
Must be
Yeah,
nice.
they
I'm just saying because we have the same. We got a baseball, football, basketball team here in Chicago. That be nice if we could celebrate championships like that. That's all I'm saying.
yeah, and it always seems to be like the one city that just dominates championships. Like it was
Yeah,
Tampa not too long ago.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and now LA, and it's just like, and then obviously Boston had all those years of
Yeah.
dynasties and stuff, and we just sitting here waiting, man. I mean,
Right,
obviously we had
yeah.
Jordan, and that was great, but I wasn't really old enough to watch it.
Yeah,
Got to see the Cubs win one, and we sat here thinking that the Cubs might have been
of
a
course.
dynasty. Like
Yeah.
they had so many young players, control over all of them,
Yeah,
and we thought it wasn't just gonna be one. Even though I was thankful to see one, we thought it was gonna be maybe two, maybe three, but
yeah.
that obviously broke up, and now our only hope is the Bulls.
And you know what? And I'll put the White Sox in there. I'll put the Chicago
yeah,
White Sox.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Sox are definitely on the come up. But yeah, I mean, speaking of the Bears possibly getting back to the Super Bowl, hey man, all I'm gonna say is if someone came up to you the year after Joe Burrow's rookie year and said Cincinnati Bengals are going to win or go to the Super Bowl next year,
Yeah.
you would be laughing your ass off.
I will laugh. Yeah. The
So
who? Who you say?
All I'm saying is it can happen. It can
No,
happen.
you're right.
It takes a lot to go for you. Obviously, like we talked about, Cincinnati maybe should not have won some of those playoff games that they won.
Yeah.
But they found a way to win. And it just proves that all you need is that quarterback, and you have a chance.
True.
You have a chance.
That's so true.
I'm hoping that Justin Fields
is that guy.
But anyway, just real quick, just to touch on the Bears, we didn't really get a chance to talk about that presser, the introductory press conference for Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus. I don't want to go too much into it because I don't even remember a whole lot of it.
I don't. Yeah.
But
yeah.
Was there anything that you took from it that either gave you a little bit more hope, or you kind of like soured on? You're like, I don't know if these are guys.
You know what, man? I'm numb. I'm so numb to this stuff. We've been through this. we were just doing this 5, 6, 7 years ago. I mean, prior to that,
5 years ago, yeah.
I watched that prior to pacing them because I was just numb to it. Look, he came off very confident. He has a plan. Both him and coach, they both they have a plan. They know what they want to do to get the Bears to the next level. And I mean, they didn't say anything that you was just like, like, oh, here we go. It was they said what you wanted to hear. They definitely want to hold guys accountable, which I appreciate that. And the expectation, my expectation for the coaching staff, my expectation for the front office is I'm just numb. I'm just like, let me just see it. Let me just see it. Because we've heard the talk. We've heard the rah-rah. We've heard all that. Let me just see it now. And I've stood on that. Like I've been, since we've been doing these shows this year, like that's my stance. It's like talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. And so I just want to see it. So, he was confident. Then he said, what did he say? Like, we're going to take over the North, or we're going to be kings of the North.
Ryan Poles opened the presser pretty much by saying, we're going to take the North and never give it back.
Take the North and never give it back. Lord of the Rings. Not Lord of the Rings. What was the show everybody was watching that we was fans of? What was the show we watched with the dragons?
Game of Thrones.
Game of Thrones.
We'll take the throne and never give it back.
We're going to take the North and never give it. Okay. All right, cool. Let's go. Let's do it. So yeah, man, I'm just talking cheap, bro. Let's get to work. Let's get
I
to it.
agree. I agree. There was obviously some controversy on Matt Eberflus and his hits. I don't know if you saw that his acronym for the hits thing, and a lot of
Yeah.
people were had like I guess Mark Trestman vibes from it, and
Oh my God.
all this stuff, and the Ryan Poles were gonna take the North and never give it back, and
We're gonna take the
it's
North and never give it back.
yeah. I mean,
It wanted a dragon to come
yeah.
out and just eat everybody.
Honestly, we're not. I really we're past the point of winning or losing press conferences. Like,
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah.
at this point, I could care less about what they say, what they sound like, how rah rah they are, how non rah rah they are, how quiet they are, how loud they are.
Right.
I don't give a damn. Just
Yeah.
win on Sunday,
That's it.
draft good players, make smart signings and trades,
Yep.
and become a competent organization again.
It's sustainable winning. Sustainable winning. That's
Right.
what I want. I don't want a 1 year, we go 13-3 or whatever how many games they play in the NFL now. And then the next year we're 6-10. Yeah, after that we're 8-8. Like, no, I don't want that. Can we just I just want let's sustain this. Let's have some sustained success moving forward. So you give me that, then okay, I'm back. I'm back. But right now I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, I found it interesting that we're going to be running a 4-3 defense again, and what that means for a lot of the defensive players that we have, like Khalil Mack. He's obviously a revolutionary player, so I think he'll be fine. But guys like Eddie Jackson, guys like Roquan Smith, guys like Jalen Johnson, who's probably going to be playing a lot of zone.
Yeah.
How it'll affect those guys on the defense.
Yeah.
But that's something that obviously we could talk about once they start adding new players and drafts and stuff, and how we think that'll affect our defense. And Ryan Poles, obviously former offensive lineman, so hopefully he'll shore up that offensive line for our guy Justin Fields,
because we need it.
He's gonna need it. He is definitely gonna need it. But yeah, Devin Hester. Real quick before we talk about the Bulls. So obviously, he was eligible to be enshrined as a first ballot Hall of Famer this year. Did not work out for him. He's a special teamer, blah, blah, yada, yada. I think he should have been in.
Definitely.
I think he should have been a first ballot Hall of Famer. I don't give a damn what you think about special teamers, about returners, or he doesn't get as many snaps as the big time wide receivers, whatever. If you are the greatest at what you did, I don't give a damn what it was. I don't care if you're a long snapper, kicker, punter. I don't care. You deserve to be there.
Yeah, definitely. And you know what? I'm gonna just put it out there. I'm not putting none of this on Devin Hester. A lot of people talk about, well, maybe it was because they tried to make him a wide receiver and he wasn't successful. If you look at the offensive coordinators that Devin Hester had in his time, he had Ron Turner, he had Mike Martz, and he had Mike Tice. And I look at a guy like Deebo Samuels, and I look at how San Francisco used Deebo Samuels this year, and I look at a guy like Devin Hester, and he was a like a unique gift that none of those coordinators knew what they had. And so I just think I just blame his coaching staff. I mean, look, he changed the game. I'm not even talking about him being a kick returner or a punt returner, because we know that was his bread and butter. That's cemented him as one of the greatest of all times, if not the greatest kick returner of all time. We know what he did. But I'm just saying, as far as what they could have done with Devin Hester, I just think they wasted it was a wasted opportunity.
No doubt. No doubt. And that's honestly, and I know Lovie Smith just got a brand new head coaching job out there in Houston. But a lot of it was on him too, because he sat there and said, we don't need another number one wide receiver. Devin Hester is a number one wide receiver.
Yeah.
And anyone who can evaluate offense, I mean, we as fans knew that Devin Hester was not a number one wide receiver. So,
Exactly. But you still could have did things with him, though.
Right.
Right.
I feel like that pressure of being a number one wide receiver kind of diminished his, wide receiver value, whatever the hell you want to call it. But yeah, if we had a competent offensive coordinator as well, offensive mind, things might have changed. But anyway, he's not going in as a wide receiver anyway. He's going as kick returner, punt returner.
Right.
And what's crazy is the NFL might be doing away with kick returns. We might not even see kick returns anymore.
Exactly.
So the fact that we are never going to see, even if they kept it, I still don't think we're ever going to see another Devin Hester ever.
Yeah.
So that alone.
Eventually he'll get in. I truly believe he's gonna get in. It's just they could have put him in this year.
Yeah.
But eventually he'll get in.
And you look at some of the names that were in, it was just like, come on.
Exactly.
And granted, you have to take into effect that a lot of these dudes have been waiting for a long time. So, and some of them, it's their last chance to get into the Hall of Fame. So they kind of get that, I kind of feel sorry for you. You should probably make it in. So we're going to put you in now.
Right.
So I get that. But yeah, he should have been a first ballot. No doubt.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the Bulls.
All right.
Let's move on to the Bulls. And very soon, guys, just want to remind everyone, remind you too, Bruce.
Oh, man.
We are not escaping the death of The Last Dab here soon.
Thank you for that reminder. Thank you.
No problem. You're welcome. Happy birthday. So the Bulls. Some updates. Zach LaVine, guys, and this kind of brings back PTSD of
oh my God,
old Derrick Rose. But there's a lot of talk within the organization that they are worried about his left knee. Or is it his right knee? It's his left knee, right?
Yeah.
Pretty sure it's his left knee. But they are having some concerns with his left knee. I'm not sure if he went to go see the specialist today or when that's supposed to happen, but he's supposed to see another specialist about his knee and kind of get a closer look as to what's going on. But it's definitely worrisome.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Being that the Bulls have just been decimated by injuries this year.
Mm-hmm.
But there's that. And then there was some talk that I wanted to get your thoughts on, Bruce. Especially given that Zach LaVine now may be out some time. DeMar DeRozan just scored his 5th straight game of 35-plus points. The only Bull to do that since Michael Jordan back in 96. Actually, I think he's the first player to do that since Michael Jordan back in 96. Do you think DeMar has a chance to win MVP this year?
He should. I mean, he's definitely in the top 5. The thing about the MVP, man, is like you got to be like, I don't want to say unfortunately, but you have to be like a household name. You got to be on ESPN every Friday. You got to be on TNT, every Tuesday or Thursday for people to really, for you to be recognized the way you deserve to be recognized. So, when you look at Giannis, you look at the past MVPs, right? Giannis, LeBron, Steph, because those guys. Wait, why do you do that, bro? I'm just saying
I was looking at my Twitter feed. I'm sorry.
Oh my
Go
God.
ahead.
I mean, the timing of your
Yeah, it was a little weird.
yeah.
It was a little weird. I apologize.
Man, I just lost my train of thought. You know I'm getting old. No, but so I mean, those guys are always on TV. You know what I'm saying? So you look at this year, DeMar definitely deserves to be in the consideration for MVP. But right now, I think the favorite is Joel Embiid from Philly. And again, DeMar is in there, but because the Bulls, and for some strange reason, like let's just start flexing. Can we flex all the Bulls games on national TV now? I mean, they're a really good team. Like, my God, I'm so sick of seeing the same NBA teams every Friday on ESPN, every Tuesday on TNT, Thursday. It's the same teams, but yeah, it's just one of those things where he just needs to be on TV more, and people will start to see like, oh, DeMar DeRozan is having a great season.
Yeah.
Even they just played Charlotte. When did they play Charlotte? Was it Friday?
Sounds right.
Okay, so they play Charlotte, and I tuned into ESPN, and the NBA countdown team is it was Greenberg. Who's I got from Mike Wilbon, Jalen Rose, and Stephen A. Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Now, granted, it's the Bulls who are one of the best teams in the East versus Charlotte. Not one time did they talk about the Chicago Bulls team or DeMar DeRozan. Of course, they talked about the Lakers. They talked about the Brooklyn Nets. But not one time did they talk about the Bulls. So it's stuff like that that's like, as much as you want DeMar to be in that MVP talk, to really push to win MVP, it's just stuff like that that just kind of hinders him. And it's not him, because he's doing his thing, you know?
Right. And that's a great point that you brought up. I also think it has, I think so. Let me know if you think so. I think it has a lot to do with his game as well.
It's not flashy.
His game is very old school.
Yeah.
Very Kobe-like.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the people who really appreciate that are the people that grew up watching Mike, grew up watching Kobe.
Yeah.
That mid-range game, the great footwork, post up, fade away. You know, there was a man when they just played. Who was the team that they just played? Pat Bev.
Yeah,
Minnesota, and it was towards the later the game. He had Pat Bev on him, posting him up. He sees the double team come, spins away from it, hits a post up fade away, nasty.
Yeah,
and then he did that.
Too small. Too little. Yeah.
That Pat Bev did on Io earlier in the game. Yeah. But it's that kind of stuff that I watch, and it's just I have a tremendous amount of respect for, and I feel like it's only like real hoopers that look at that and respect.
Exactly.
It. But yeah, I think you look at today's game, it's like the Steph Currys, it's the Ja Morants, who's playing lights out right now, but he's getting those highlight plays. He's jumping out of the damn gym right now. And DeMar isn't doing that anymore. He's a technician.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's a straight technician. And I feel like those guys get overlooked no matter how many points they score.
Definitely. And it's interesting that you talk about DeMar and his game. And the one thing that I've stressed to a lot of people is, and this just kind of ties into what I was just saying. Like, DeMar's been doing this since he's been. Now, granted, he's taking his game to another level with the Bulls. I'll give you that. But his game hasn't changed. Like, this has been his game. He patterned his game after Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant was probably it was his favorite player. He grew up in Compton, so he was a huge Lakers fan. His game is Kobe Bryant. So he's been doing this in Toronto, in San Antonio. But again, it's those markets that you really don't, you really wouldn't know who DeMar DeRozan is if you wasn't a true basketball fan. Like
Yeah.
if you ask like the common person on the street who probably watch a few games and there here and there, they'll name you Steph, they'll name you LeBron, they'll name you KD. They're not gonna name DeMar DeRozan.
Right.
And so, like you said, true hoopers, like if you've watched the NBA for years, like like this isn't anything new when it comes to DeMar DeRozan. He's just elevated his game to another level. And that mid range, man, that mid range is crazy. That's he's the best in the game.
It's
He is the
poetry
best in the game.
and
Yeah.
motion.
Yep.
It's poetry and motion, man. Seeing this footwork and working a defense and how patient he is and letting the defense come to him, passing out of double teams. Yeah, it's a beautiful thing to watch. And I just really wish that he did get more play in terms of MVP talk and the big networks talking about him, because I think this part of the game kids need to appreciate too. Like,
Definitely.
it's not just all 3-point shooting. It's not just all high flying dunks. There are people that are literally, how many threes does he take a game? I need to see. He takes less than 2 threes a game.
Yeah. Yep.
Less than 2 threes a game, and he's scoring 35 plus points in 5 straight games, averaging almost 28 points.
And
That's not happening in today's NBA anymore.
Exactly. And let me also stress this about DeMar DeRozan is when you look at I'm a huge so we're stat guys, right? We love looking at stats. He's shooting over 50% from the field. He gets up almost 20 shots per game.
Mm-hmm.
He's shooting 50% from the field, over 50. Let me look at the 51% from the field.
Yep.
And so we talked about like the fact that is such a lost art. Like that mid-range game is such a lost art. But man, it can make you a lot of money, kids.
Prolongs your career.
And prolongs your career. Like that when Mike couldn't jump out the gym anymore, he went to that mid-range turnaround, and it really cemented him as one of the greatest players of all time.
I think of 3 players, okay, and we already said their names, but Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, who, if you remember Afro Kobe, he wasn't mid-range Kobe at that time.
Nah, Afro
he was
Kobe
jumping over dudes.
Was jumping from half court, dunking on dudes.
He was dunking on dudes.
Yeah.
And DeMar DeRozan, if you don't remember, DeMar DeRozan came in as the dunker. He won that dunk contest, and everyone labeled him as a high-flying, this guy, you just throw an alley-oop to him all game and he'll be good. Like, no, he developed his game.
Yep.
Zach LaVine is another one. I mean, obviously he doesn't have that kind of, technician mid-range game that DeMar and those past guys do, but he also came in as the dunker and developed into one of the best scorers in the league. I have an immense appreciation for DeMar DeRozan right now.
Facts.
And I really wish that he gets his name out there more. And the Bulls have been on ESPN a couple times. It's just they got blown out, I think, the couple times that they were on it. And it's just obviously health and stuff has really hit us this year. But
yeah,
DeMar DeRozan MVP. I really hope that the snowball kind of rolls and gets a little bit bigger.
Yeah, same here.
But
Compton's finest.
Anyway, I don't really have any. Do you have any more sports news that you wanted to bring up?
Nope.
Talk about?
Nope. Let's just get to this. What we need to get to. So
it's the moment you've all been waiting for.
And let me apologize to my sister Sha, because I did make this bet before she came on the show. So I placed the blame on her early in the show, but it wasn't her fault. She did give me confidence that San Fran was going to win, but I can't put the blame on her. So sis, I'm sorry. I still
especially since she's a San Fran fan and had to deal with the loss herself. Like, you definitely
Facts.
can't blame her.
Facts. I can't blame her. Can't really blame nobody because I made the bet. I said San Fran was going to win.
But yourself.
Yeah.
Before we get to that, because we'll end it with that, I just want to do our "What You Serving"
What
segment
you
real quick.
serving?
It's our segment where we just give a shout out to anything, anyone, any place, anything. Just give a shout out to it. So, Bruce, what you serving this week?
Hey man, shout out to Matthew Stafford. I mean, anybody that has played for the Detroit Lions, the number of years that he played for, man, and for him to win a Super Bowl, he has more Super Bowl. I mean, him and Aaron Rodgers has the same amount of Super Bowl rings. Just want to kind of throw that out there for all you Aaron Rodgers fans. Shout out to my homegirl Aaron, and that was a shot at her. But no, yeah, I mean Matthew Stafford, man, like for him to think that he was the number one pick, and people forget that he was the number one pick out of Georgia. Always had a great arm. I mean, you saw that on display last night. But for him to endure what he endured in Detroit, I mean, and this dude is so durable. He played through injuries. Like you go back and see some of the injuries that he sustained in his career, and for him just to keep playing. And I mean, again, he played for the Detroit Lions. Oh my God.
12 years.
12 years for the Detroit Lions. Can you imagine? Can you imagine playing for an organization that we think the Bears are terrible at how they run an organization? Imagine being a Lions fan.
They made two of the greatest, could have been the greatest at their respective positions, Calvin Johnson and Barry Sanders. If they kept playing, they could have been the greatest to ever do it and their position, and they made them retire early.
And they made that organization made them retire. But shout out to Matthew Stafford, man, for just, coming to the Rams and winning that Super Bowl, man. That's cemented. Like he's cemented as one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time for me personally. I mean, everybody you could argue if you want to, but him winning that ring, because like I said, he always put up the numbers. But for him to lead that team to a Super Bowl and get his first ring, Matthew Stafford, salute, brother.
I like it. I will be serving my guy, Saba. He's a rapper. I'm wearing his merch right here. This is his previous album, Care For Me, out of Chicago. On the west side. But yeah, he's a rapper. He just put out a new album called Few More Things, or Few Good Things. And it is a wonderful masterpiece.
I agree.
His rapping style isn't like it's not for everybody. It's not for everybody. It takes a very matured hip hop ear.
Facts.
I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or Bruce's horn or pause. On our hip hop maturity. But it definitely no, Crystal, you did not miss it. We haven't done it yet. Stay tuned. But Saba, Few Good Things. If you have not heard that album, go and listen to it. Again, he's from the West Side. A lot of his Chicago roots, you could just feel it in his music.
Facts.
And he has some really good features on there. He got Crazy Bone from Bone Thugs, Black Thought,
Pivot Gang.
I mean, it's just G Herbo for those of y'all who like the new stuff. So go listen to that. Do that now. Bruce, I'm sorry for you, bro. I gotta prepare this wing for you. Guys, this hot sauce is so fresh. I have not opened it yet. I'm just now opening it right now. So it has not lost any heat or flavor. The spices are nice and marinated within the bottle.
Using a lot of big words for some nasty hot sauce. Let me just put that out there.
I will say that the last dab, although it is hot as hell, it's very flavorful too. It's good. It tastes good. It's not just like straight heat. Because like, have you ever eaten a hot sauce that just tasted like hot? Like it didn't have any flavor. Just
Bro,
tasting that.
I don't eat
Yeah,
hot
that's right. I
sauce,
forgot about
man.
that.
So I don't
Well,
know. I
I
don't
feel
know
bad
what you're
for you.
talking about.
I'll say my prayers for you right
Damn.
now. Anyway, it's the moment y'all been waiting for. Stay tuned. Bruce, you can talk to him about how much you're looking forward to this while I prepare your wing.
So, for those out there that really care for me, you could have easily came and replaced me in eating this wing with this hot sauce. I'm scared, y'all. I'm not gonna lie. I'm really scared. I'm nervous. I gotta go to work tomorrow. And I don't know what's gonna happen to my stomach while sitting at work tomorrow. I know I'm probably sharing a lot of personal information with y'all right now, but this is what I do when I get nervous. I share a lot of personal and unnecessary information. So I got a question. Can somebody put in, like, if your stomach is real bubbly, is there something that you could take to remove the he's shaking this wing in this hot sauce in this bowl right now. He's getting Eli's getting a lot of joy out of this right now. Y'all hear him coughing in the background? That's because he just smelled that hot sauce. Oh my God. To my sisters, I love you guys. Please take care of my shoes. Tell my son I love him. It's been a great ride. To all my friends out there, I love you guys. Just take care of my shoes and my son. That's all. That's all I want. That's all I want when I die. Just take care of my son and my shoes. We'll be good. Where's these wings from?
This is from a place called It's Just Wings.
It's Just Wings. Okay.
Have them a lot. They're
Are
great.
these I'm a Muslim, so are these what type of wings are these? Because I can't eat swine.
These are straight chicken wings.
Okay.
All chicken. No pork.
All right. So we're about to do this.
Wait, let me get in position. Because I have to look at you and the camera. Because I gotta get the double feature.
I'm gonna take my headphones off.
That's fine.
All right.
All right, I hope y'all ready for this. You gotta eat the whole wing too.
Okay.
And guys,
I'm praying right now.
While he's praying, he's not allowed to drink anything for a good 30 seconds.
You put a lot of hot sauce on this wing, brother. Okay. All right, here we go.
All right, B. Good luck, bro. It's all you. It's all you. There he goes. There he goes. He's taking his first bite. I'm doing this for the audio pod, the people that didn't get a chance.
Give me again.
Just remember, do not touch your
If your son sleep, I'm sorry.
Don't touch your face. Just don't touch it. Don't.
Jesus, bro.
I'm gonna piss myself.
Oh my God. What the fuck is this? What is this?
I'm in tears.
I can't feel my lips. Bro, I can't feel my lips.
Is there any meat left on that bone?
Yeah. Bro, I'm crying. I'm in tears right now. Oh my God.
thank you to the Los Angeles Rams for it.
Dude, my lips. I can't feel my lips. I can't feel my fucking lips, bro.
Oh man.
Why y'all do this? Like, who created that, man?
Oh man. Okay, so on a scale,
shoot.
talk to us.
I can't. Oh my God, bro.
On a scale from 1 to 10, how high would you say?
I want to say that's about a 13. Oh my God, bro. Oh my God.
Crystal said your lips popping. Your lip gloss popping. Oh my God.
Animal water. Can I get your water, please? Yeah, please get your water. Thank you, bro.
I see the tears in his eyes. Oh man. He's literally crying. I don't know if y'all can see it on the camera, but he's got tears coming down his face. He's sniffling.
Man, these are man tears.
Let me get you a napkin.
Please.
Yeah.
We can say goodbye to everybody now. My God. They don't need to see me like this.
It's a great idea. Thank you guys for watching. Yes, Tina, we are going to give him some milk. So that way he doesn't at least die on the way home.
Look at my sisters, man. They so bogus. She said, I'm going to get my hoodie.
Thank you to Tina and Crystal for joining and making this experience even that much better. I'm going to go get him some milk and some napkins and take care of my guy, because even though this is hilarious to watch and I love to just see him sitting in agony, I got to help him out. Thank you all for watching. We'll talk to y'all next week.